So when I said that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd, it hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing, by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
Oh my God, bro. That's so fucking bad. Dude, that is insane. I don't even know if can Kanye stands. Can a Kanye stand that's like still a stand, I guess? Like, explain to me, like, do you think that this is a good apology? Do you think this is even an apology at all? Because he literally did turn around the entire video. Like, he's basically saying, like, I apologize because my money was taken from me and, like, that's God punishing me. Let's just watch the full video because it's psychotic.
Humanizing or stereotypical allegations
Fatty Doinks, thank you for the 7 gifted subs.
Jews as such, or the power of Jews as a collective. All right, so it says, think about it, that sounds like the type of wording that's in the contracts, right?
Indeed.
Okay, it says, such as, especially but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
But isn't that what you said? That Jews run everything?
Yeah, but that actually is considered to be anti-Semitic.
Right.
So I didn't realize that it was.
Dude, it's so funny. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Kanye had the exact same reaction. Like, when called out for their anti-Semitism, they behave like babies. They're like, yeah, I didn't realize. Like, what are you, a baby, dude? You're like almost 50, dog. That's crazy to me. Ooh, my bad. Oopsie. Which, by the way, it's not even the end of this because he does continue to say some more unhinged shit.
Say, hey, you know, I have a Jewish attorney, I have a Jewish record label, I have a Jewish contractor, I have a
Do you regret your statements?
Or the statements you think you should be walking back? I mean, considering...
What do you mean walking back?
Well, you know, backing up off of them. I mean, the thing is, you've lost a lot of endorsements. People are dropping you. You're getting, you know, vilified. You know, I mean, you might think you're right, but I think, you know, there's a whole world out there that's condemning you for what you said.
Okay, so this right here is a chart of Universal Studios 20.
Oh, dude, he literally goes, oh, are you apologizing? Does that mean you understand what you did? He goes, nah, just kidding. Look at this list of Jews I have. Like, he literally pops off with the red chart, dude. You guys have seen it on this broadcast. I showed you, like, what a fucking, what these psychotic Nazis have. He literally is pulling up poll memes, dude. He goes, nah, watch me pull a fucking Joe Rogan from my meme folder. His meme folder full of anti-Semitic conspiracies. Oh, no.
20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal.
What I'm taking away from this is that Kanye now understands what anti-Semitism is and accepts that he is anti-Semitic. Yes. He literally said, I apologize for offending people by being anti-Semitic. And like, here is the direct conspiracy theory that is declared anti-Semitic. And then followed it up and it said, no, I'm not apologizing, actually. Here are all the Jews.
Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook.
Are you telling me everyone doesn't have a list of every Jew they know? Or like, just a list of Jewish people, just in general. You know, famously, that has always gone well. When you like put an Excel spreadsheet of all the Jews, that's always good. Nothing bad happens after that, for sure.
LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are...
What does unclear mean? Like, he looked at the Excel spreadsheet and was like, are they a Jew? Are they not a Jew? I don't know. Kind of unclear to me. The list doesn't specify. Also, half of those companies are owned by the same person, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, half of those companies, whichever Nazi that made this wanted to spread it out so hard that they were literally like, he mentioned like Disney 11 times because Disney owns 11 of those companies.
The executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Look at him. He's so happy. He's like, he feels like he has encountered a hidden truth or something. He's checking his list twice like Nazi Santa. No, I told you. I've seen that meme before, bro. If you are someone who watches right-wing psychos and Nazis and shit, you have seen that list. I showed you this list like 2 weeks or last week when Kanye was first talking about Jews in the media, as people were using that list to defend Kanye West. Are you mad? Coping. Are you mad? Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, we saw what one of your kind looked like out there when getting fucking his shit pushed in by an 84-year-old man. Like, I would just suggest stop being a Nazi. I know it's going to be hard for you, but when you bottom-dwelling, basement-dwelling, I'm 6'6" and more handsome than you. Stop! Oh, dude, that was awesome. Dude, thank you. Thank you for that. I mean, look, I was going to ban you, but after that, dude, I mean, holy fuck, dude. I mean, we can't. Yeah, this is the list. Insane. Don't worry, guys. They're in the green. They're clear. Suspected but unable to confirm. Jewish connection spouse. West sub ever debunks the who runs the media chart. No shot. The maker of this infograph used several tricks to artificially paint it red. Trick 1, list every person as unclear ethnicity if, say, Wikipedia doesn't state that they're Jewish. Instead of applying the far more likely conclusion that this person is probably not a Jew. By the way, what is this debunking? Like, what if they're all Jews? Here's why Nazi conspiracy is so fucking nefarious and so fucked up and hard to and very difficult to fucking deal with. Even if that entire list is Jewish, like, that's psychotic, dude. What are you doing? You're debunking, like, the reverse Schindler's List? Like, what the fuck's happening here? And I know these people mean well, but, like, you have to understand, even if these people mean well, like, it's a losing battle. I've said this a couple times that it's fucking sick that it makes even people like you immediately Google whether someone is Jewish or not. It's fucked up. Yeah, exactly. So I just want to mention, who gives a fuck if an executive is Jewish or not? What are you, a fucking Nazi? Why do you care? People do not operate on some fucking creed people aren't operating on the basis of being Jewish, okay? They're operating on the basis of capitalism. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, here are the tricks that they use. The listed person is unclear ethnicity if Wikipedia says it. This person is probably not a Jew if there's not a single source that claims they're a Jew. Trick 2, list all of these unclear ethnicities in reddish hue. Below is the more appropriate version, listing all the unknowns in greenish hue. Trick 3, list irrelevant columns. Who cares about the ethnicity of the vice president who controls your mind 2013 or the founder of a newspaper founded 140 years ago? Only owner matters effectively. List single Jews several times to give the impression that more Jews are involved. Below are all the duplicate Jews marked in yellow squares. Mark half Jews red, for example, the owner of Image Entertainment. Mark non-Jews red, for example, CEO, Yahoo CEO or the Washington Post owner. Change your mind yet? It's like insane. First of all, the debunker himself is like kind of odd for debunking it. But look, the reason why I'm showing you this is because you need to understand, like, a lot of these fucking dudes that do lists like this, not the debunker, but like the original Nazi that made this list, of course, realizes the same thing that we all ultimately realize, other than who gives a fuck, right? Which is, oh, wait. Actually, it's not as overrepresented in the way that you claim it is. Even if it was, it doesn't fucking matter. But it's not even as like, every single executive is a Jew. Oh my God. Like, it's not. What do I always tell you? It's like if there was a group of individuals that control a larger percentage of like the media and government and anything like that, it's white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. We live in America, but you don't ever hear those motherfuckers shit on white Anglo-Saxon Protestants in the same way because they think that's who should run the fucking media. They're like, America is WASP country. It should be run by WASPs. Yeah, this is the other one. Same energy as the previous one. The exact same, actually. It gives a small level of credence to the anti-Semitic talking point, which is more than it deserves. Yeah, I agree. Anglos are just as mad they suck at life and everyone's more successful than them. But that's not even the case. Like, Anglos are pretty fucking successful. It's so stupid, dude. Now, let's take a closer look at the owner column. The owner column is the most important column. Owners are rulers and deciders. Please note that Mr. Redstone and Mr. Roberts, these two are responsible for most of the red in the owner column and 18 cells in the whole infograph. Like I said, it's like they literally are basically talking about the same fucking company, that the mega corporation that owns like all the other fucking corporations, right? So If one marks top parents companies run by non-Jews as green, then this is the result. So the red doesn't actually show how controlled we are by the Jews, but how concentrated the power is in the hands of these two people families, and how badly designed his infograph is, as it lists a lot of subsidiaries and divisions of these two red parents, but only a few subsidiaries of other green parents. Half of these fucking companies are owned by like two families. And that consolidation of power is not happening as a consequence of some anti-Semitic conspiracy, but instead happening as a consequence of capitalist corporate consolidation. This isn't great content. Man, shut the fuck up, okay? Stop saying bad source. This guy, in a very weird way, is trying to debunk. I don't want to say anything further, but it's just like this guy doesn't get it either. He doesn't understand the fucking main problem here. The main problem is just like obviously trying to name and shame Jewish people that are in positions of power in media or in other fucking companies. Obviously, it doesn't matter. Okay, whether they're Jewish or not. Even the fucking Nazis know that there aren't that many Jewish people in positions of power, so they're literally trying to fucking pad the deck.
When the idea of Black Lives Matter came out, it made us come together as a people. Now afterwards, yes, there were some things where the money went. There were some things where it was used in order to push us to the Democratic vote. There were people behind it involved. That happened, but the general feeling. So when I said that,
people are such fucking simps for Kanye too. Like they're so desperate to like defend Kanye West that they will look at like even the marginal sound bites and be like, oh man, actually like, you know, he did apologize. What else are you looking for? It's like, no, I don't think he's actually apologetic. Scary amount of comments supporting him refusing to take the medication is what pissed him off because God has opened his eyes and ears. He was able to escape the trap. May you be protected as a soldier within the battle of good and evil. Those who call you crazy are the scared ones. Kanye, the truth, he's going through his trials at the moment, but I believe, brother, he's going to see things through. Dude, it is kind of wild how acceptable it is that it, like, if you frame something within the reference point of God, it's just, you could say the most unhinged shit. Like, you could literally just be like, yeah, I'm seeing visions right now. God spoke to me. And other people will be like, yeah, you're right, brother. That's so sick. Like, even his epiphany revolves around capitalism. His epiphany is that, like, God took his money away to punish him. And that's when he found out that he was in the wrong. It's like, bro, why didn't you listen to humans? Like, the people around you.
It hurt the black people, so I want to apologize to hurting them because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
This part was insane and unhinged. God sent Adidas to take his money away from him, and it's the same as George Floyd. That's a psychotic take, bro.
See, oh, you smart as shit.
There you go. You don't need to look at the comments for a fucking Kanye simp. That's how the most normal Kanye simp operates.
Because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment?
Seeing everything off of like this narrow framework of like God individually coming down to punish you is such a wild fucking take. However, because it is within the confines of him being a religious man, even if he's using religion as like a selling point here, even if he's not authentically religious, which he might not be, or maybe he is, I don't give a fuck. The point is, because it is being sold through the narrative of God and religion, motherfuckers are like, yo, you're spitting, dude. You're spitting the truth, king.
Are you worried you ruined your legacy, Kanye?
How, Swank? Well, stop. I'm not worried. I'm just not worried, period. God is alive. Amen. God runs the world. Amen. You know, God even runs Hollywood.
Amen.
God is alive. And he's using me right now. He chose me for such a time like this to basically for the media to put their knee on my neck. For Adidas to put their knee.
That's so gross, bro. Going from $1 billion to like what, $300 million because you said you went on a fucking anti-Semitism tour on every platform you could go on for a month is not the same as a fucking police officer putting his knee on the neck of George Floyd and executing him, dude. That is so nasty, dude. That's so disgusting. The anti-blackness within that take is so fucking aggressive, dude. I know. He's like, Kanye is saying he's apologizing for it, even though he clearly isn't sorry for it. He just showed you a list of Jews in the media, right? And I know a lot of people will just like hear what they want to hear and then turn around and probably get mad at me and say, oh, how dare you say Kanye, a black man, is being anti-black, fuck you. But no, it is an insanely fucked analogy in this situation.
Now let's talk about the red hat, and let's talk about the similarities to the White Lives Matter t-shirt.
Dude, it's the funniest thing is like if enough dudes are glazing you, you just always think you're spitting. And that's the situation in this right now in front of you is like he is ambushed by his simps and he literally just thinks he's just like, oh man, I'm so fucking fire right now. I got absolute bars for everybody. Like you can tell like, he's just like, oh man, I'm so good. I'm so fucking good right now. Look at the positive response I'm getting from everyone around me. Not recognizing that like, you know, not a single point he made is apt or adequate.
That drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that.
Also, ultimately, like, I have also glazed Kanye a little bit as like a musical genius, a unique talent or whatever, okay? Like, he's not that smart. Like, moments like this are almost like when you find out that your parents are not godlike figures, you know what I mean? It almost feels like that. If you loved Kanye West growing up, like, and you watch him right now, you're like, oh shit, I just literally realized like the veil has been pierced and I totally can see it. Like, he just has like a childlike brain. Maybe that's the reason why he was creative. He just straight up sounds like a fucking idiot. I mean, he is. He's not very smart. He's a stupid person. I'm just going to say it, okay? What he is trying to describe here in the most petty fashion is how a stupid person would try to shield their ideas while still trying to hammer on that narrative. With respect to that, I would go so far as to say even Candace Owens is smarter than he is because at least Candace Owens knows what not to fucking say. It wasn't when he was seeing Messi in his backyard. This is the breaking point. Okay, listen. You know, that's a creative liberty you allow people, all right? That's entirely different than him just trying to fucking... Come on, dude.
What hospital and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor that diagnosed...
Yeah, he can't stop himself. He literally cannot stop himself, bro. He cannot stop himself. He has to fucking say it. That's crazy to me, bro. That is absolutely insane.
Of having a disorder that would have had me on medication right now. At a time like this, if I was on medication right now, then one pill could have been swapped out and it would be Michael Jackson and Prince all over again. But because I didn't take the misdiagnosis and I didn't take the medication, I'm able to speak to you guys.
He's so real for this. Yeah, dude, he's so real. I mean, yeah, what's real is his fucking anti-Semitism. What's real is his like very he's really, really going through it.
Wearing the MAGA hat, the way that Hollywood's political agenda attacked me and put me to a point of exhaustion was death by 1,000 cuts. Everyone would say something to me, from a driver to my ex-wife to Adidas. Everyone would say something.
Yeah, like, but of course, that wasn't, you know, a moment for clarity for Kanye West. That was just a grand conspiracy of people out to get him. It's like, bro, yeah, no wonder everyone around you was like, bro, what are you doing? Stop. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Which only forced him to double down harder because he just has no fucking way of processing this information. He just has no way of being like, oh, maybe I am not the infallible godlike deity I fancy myself to be.